Hi guys, my name is Sam and I head up the media and communications here at King's, and I'm chatting here with Julie Smith from a charity called Transforming Lives for Good. It's a Christian charity that helps churches bring hope and a future to struggling children right across the UK. They tackle things like school exclusion, poverty and holiday hunger. And today we're chatting specifically about something called Make Lunch, which focuses on the hunger part of it. So first up, thanks so much for joining us online, Julie. It's great to have you with us.
It's a pleasure.
Could you start by giving us a real quick snapshot of what Make Lunch is and the sort of work you do here in Eastbourne?
Yeah, so Make Lunch, as you said, is a part of the Transforming Lives for Good charity. TLG partner with local churches to empower them to make a difference to children. So Make Lunch is specifically about tackling holiday hunger. So we provide free, hot, nutritious meals to children that would receive free school meals in term times in the holidays, and we've been running in Eastbourne since the summer holidays of 2018, so just about to celebrate our 2 years.
Cool. And how prevalent is holiday hunger in Eastbourne? So it's very easy to sort of almost live in your own little bubble, in your own little world, and not realise perhaps some of the poverty and the hunger that takes place right in Eastbourne. Could you paint a little picture for us?
Yeah, well, in 2019, the figures were published that we've got 31% of families in Eastbourne living in poverty. That's after housing costs are taken into consideration. And when you bear in mind that the South East is a really wealthy part of the UK, I think 31% is quite shocking. But some of the schools that we deal with, for example, even before the pandemic, were at 43% free school meal families. And that's not an uncommon figure. And we know that has gone up in nearly all schools across the town due to the coronavirus. So families that weren't entitled before are now entitled and are going to the schools actively asking to be registered for free school meals now. So whatever the level was before, it's going to have increased quite massively during the recent months.
Wow. And lockdown has obviously meant that all those kids that would normally be going to school and getting those lunches just aren't now. So, I mean, could you speak into how lockdowns really impacted that hunger situation?
Yeah, I mean, one of the schools that I was talking to just the other day have reported an increase in mental health issues in parents. So some children haven't left the house during the pandemic because of the fear and anxiety and concern of their carers. The free school meal vouchers that the government promised took quite a long time to get going, so there were some issues with that. And that's a voucher that has to be spent in a supermarket, but with no control over what that's spent on, you know, what the nutritional value of those meals is. The free school meal applications are going through the roof, the mental health issues have gone through the roof, and no real certainty that the money is being spent on what it needs to be spent on. So that's actually where Make Lunch means we're giving them a meal. There is nothing else they can do with that, and we know the kids are getting fed, and that's really what we want to do.
So Make Lunch is actually a physical place where people come and they actually grab a lunch from you guys.
Normally they would come to St Barnabas Church and we would have lunch together. So all the families sit with each other, all the volunteers sit and eat at the same time, and everybody has that sort of community feel about it. Because although holiday hunger is a massive issue, I think social isolation for families can equally be as much of an issue. Obviously this summer, not going to be able to have them all coming in and eating together. It would be a little bit too fragmented, but they are going to either come and collect their food from us, or we're going to deliver the food out to them.
Yeah, and great. And if you've got a family like listening, watching this online right now thinking, I need that, I need to sign up for that, how should they go about doing that?
Well, if the issue is food on the table right now, they need to contact their local food bank. That's the obvious place to start, or go to their school. If within the Eastbourne area they are in one of the 5 schools that we communicate with, then they will get communication from us in the next couple of weeks about how they can sign up. And what that will give them over the summer is 1 day a week they will have a cooked meal provided for their family. So 1 day a week, but they don't have to worry about what they're going to cook, or how they're going to find that food. They don't even have to think about what they've got to get out of the freezer to defrost. We are going to give them a meal 1 day a week for 6 weeks.
That's amazing. So just getting down to the practicalities, what are the pressure points right now for you as, the Make Lunch team? What can we pray into as a church?
Okay, we can pray for volunteers for the Make Lunch team. So, 2 days a week for 6 weeks is a big commitment. And I've never wanted to create a team where everybody feels they have to be there for the whole time or commit to the whole 6 weeks. It's too much. So I want a team of people that can come at various days, various times. There's a lot of different roles that need to be fulfilled. So I need people. I need people to drive food out to families as well. My big prayer is for the families to connect. It might take some people quite a big step to actually say, I'm struggling to feed my kids and I need to accept this help. So we want to get those connections with families. And my biggest prayer is that we give hope as well as a good meal, and that actually the families get more than just get fed, that they make that connection, and that actually we can give them that hope in a future.
Yeah, fantastic. So at Kings, we've been running something called Love Eastbourne. It's just where all the people in the church have given into a central fund specifically to help out and bless those struggling in the community. So as part of that, we'd love to give you guys just £1,000 from that to just bless you and do something to support the work that you're doing. So we hope that blesses you guys.
Oh, that is amazing. That is amazing. And you're going to feed hungry kids, and that's the bottom line. That money will go to feeding hungry children, and that's what we want to do.
Great. Thanks so much for joining us, Julie.
Okay, no worries. Thank you.